Friday morning progress report. Currently working on Cerberus Pup. Very close to having all the electronics wired in, which is a good thing. Right now I'm just working on the hot end thermistor and fan wires to the platform. Little ramps 1.4 with an LCD right there. It's all coming together. Almost done. Let's take a look there. So it's a J hot end with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, 1.75 millimeter filament. There, we're using an Xbox 360 power supply, and we're leaving the end of it the way that comes from the factory. We're buying this little adapter. It's basically a Xbox to PS1 adapter, but we cut the end off of it and just wire it directly into the connector there. Then this will get zip tied, or somehow we'll make a little bracket for that to hold that in place. And still working on the firmware for this one, so the laptop is sitting right there. But this is the highlight of the day right here. Notice that there is only one cable coming into the laptop. That's the power cable. And yet, oh, there's my NASA coffee mug. Over here, what do we have? Well, it's Cerberus, and it's printing solo. It's actually printing using the Viki controller. Wolfman Jim was kind enough to help me work this up, and got it all running. So you can see right there that the hot end is enabled right now. There's no heated bed on this, so that's non-functional in this particular printer. SD card, I still haven't figured out exactly how we're going to get the SD card into this slot. Currently it's printing from an SD card, which is right in there, but it's accessed through the panel here, so it's really not that big of a deal. We'll figure that out at some point. And then I also want to work out the print, pause, and restart button right there, or the continue button. But this is actually printing the finished version of this panel right here. This when I ran out of filament, what happens is this actually just then latches on to there. So then you have your panel attached to the machine. And of course this goes behind there, but I'm holding the camera, so I can't do that. And then I guess the final thing I'll show today is this right here. This has really turned out nicely. This is a revision of the Minimalist Mark 7 extruder. So it's a spring-loaded extruder with a 623 idler bearing in here and a Mark 7 hub gear with a Kaizen NEMA 17 motor here. And it's important to have this Kaizen because I've tried a number of different brands, and this is the only one that has enough torque to drive the filament correctly. And yeah, it's not even really running warm. So it's you know, the amps aren't even really turned up at this point. This has really made a big difference. The air tripper that I had was a nightmare to adjust and to replace the filament. But anytime you want to replace filament with this one, you can just pause the print, you know, do a little park, whatever, or home in Repetier, and then just press this and pull the filament out. Press that, push filament back in, and you're all good and running. So it's a real improvement. And then you can see it's pretty much complete at this point. I'm very happy with the result. It's a good quality printer. And of course we're printing on a glass bed with a hairspray, which really works well.